Hey guys, welcome back to Man Time. Today's the big day. Big bonfire. I mean, big bonfire. So let's talk about a few things to do when you're preparing to light off a big bonfire like this. First of all, prepare for like all day and into the night and just a long time where you're just going to be here for a while. Second, plan for the fire to get way bigger than you expected. So plan for the worst case scenario. Check the wind, obviously. Wind right now is about as breezy as it's going to get, about 8 miles an hour. Should stay that way most of the day. And then once you know where the wind direction is coming from the east in this case, southeast, set up upwind of the fire so all your gasoline and stuff doesn't have embers, coming back onto it. So this is my work area on the east side, upwind of the bonfire. I've also got a 12-foot berm that I dug with the box blade all the way around the fire. So you're going to need some sort of ignition system. Anyways, get yourself your gas can, and don't use straight gasoline. Bad idea. I use diesel, mostly diesel, like 3/4 diesel, 1/8 old bad gasoline that I've taken out of small engines that I haven't ran in a while, and then like 1/8 of old engine oil. Kind of brings down that flash point quite a bit there, so you've got some time. And then when that does ignite, it's a lot hotter burning, so it soaks in. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to pour my mixture in there, and especially on the stump. I've got that big sweet gum stump in there, several stumps actually, and the process there is stumps, brush, bigger trees. Don't forget your lighter, really important there. Some chainsaws. So the other thing is, while this bonfire is going, I've got 2 tractors, right? I've got 2 tractors that can act as dual purpose in both getting more brush while the fire is burning. I can be working. I've got a whole lot of brush just kind of everywhere. Even though that's a huge pile of it there, I've got more, the further I go down into the forest. So I'm just going to be adding to it all day. So I want to get it nice hot burning. But they can also put out a fire if the fire starts to spread, right? The box blade there, if that fire starts spreading out away from the actual bonfire, which it shouldn't, because like I said, I've got a 12-foot berm there. But if it did, I can continue that berm out and around, and if something came off and caught something on fire outside of that 12-foot berm, both of these machines have the capability to stamp out or put dirt on top of that fire that breaks out. So best thing to do is plan on worst case scenario, what would happen if, and then try to plan for all those things that you can do to mitigate that risk. So risk mitigation, huh? It's an interesting philosophy. All right, let's do this. Welcome to Man Time. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is, I got that chain nice and tight. When you're working in brush like this, or planning on going through like little sticks, little twigs, and bundles, get your chain nice and tight. I know it wears out your sprocket faster, wears out your nose faster, wears out your bar faster, but it's not going to fling off when you're going through this stuff. When you're going through sticks and twigs and they're kind of beating around and jamming against the chain, that's when your chain has the best chance to come off. So tighten it up for that. But before I put any gasoline on this, I want to take care of some of these bigger trees. And if you put gas on it, then you go to start cutting, you might fling a spark, and then there's your fire before you wanted it to start, right? So I want to cut it up into like 4-foot pieces that I can then use the forks to pick up and then set on top of the fire at different points throughout the blaze there. So let's see how this thing wants to start. This, man, the wolf. It's a good runner. Yeah, definitely keep in mind too, there's, you know, the right tool for the job. Not every time is it going to be some monster ported chainsaw. Sometimes it's just a little cheap saw. Get in there, because there's basically nothing here. It's all empty under here. Why would I want all this stuff hanging off of the edge where it's not really doing anything? So clean it up. Well, let's talk about the perfect scenario, or the scenario right now that I'm doing this in. It rained really heavy for like 24 hours 2-3 days ago, and then it's been cold ever since. So the ground is just basically saturated. It's hard to tell because it's already, the top layer is dried off since I've done this berm. but it's in pretty good shape. All right, so I'm going to pour this on there all the way around, let it soak in for a little bit, and then light it off. All right, well, here we go. Shouldn't be too violent. I mean, hopefully it's a little violent, but there we go. See, now some people would be kind of afraid that there's a huge fire, but again, we've taken every precaution that we can take, and we were prepared for this. I'm not scared. I mean, I was a little bit when I got in the tractor there, but you can see there, see how the fire is running along the ground. It shouldn't get too much farther than that, but there again, I'm going to keep the tractor handy just in case. Yeah, I mean, essentially this is what you want, right? Our whole goal here is to burn wood, so a hot, fast fire, you know, in the middle of a 50-acre square yard field is pretty much ideal. You can get it real hot. I mean, I can feel the heat back here, and I'm probably 20 feet away from it or so. But like I said, everything is down around it. It's not going anywhere. The wind is actually helping just fuel the flames and burn the wood faster, which is a good thing. So kick back, relax, grab a frosty beverage. Let's watch the bonfire.
No, 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 no.
Oh goodness, man, I tell you what, if you guys have never heard the term, I mean, men probably out there for the most part have, but Firewatch, it's not just a term that is like management is telling me to be on Firewatch. Firewatch is a real thing, and I've been on Firewatch before. Standing tight with a fire extinguisher, and fire is broken out, and I've had to dump the fire extinguisher more than once, but yeah, just happened to be on Firewatch, saw a little fire starting to pick up, I mean, probably like 100 yards away from the fire, like down in the woods there. Quick got on the tractor, box bladed over it, and unfortunately it was kind of a tight squeeze in there, so I lost one of my forks. Panic sets in, and I kind of ran into a tree, and well, there goes the fork. So I'm going to primarily be using the backhoe from now on, but yeah, I'm going to be on Firewatch for sure. And I think I'm going to get that dozer over here just in case. Okay, let's continue on. Alright, well, you can see there, I mean, there's quite a transformation from all of the down trees and stuff that was stacked up. I've still got some here to do, and that's going to be for tomorrow. I'm going to leave the camera at home. But, I mean, all of this was just littered with trees and brush and everything. I mean, there's brush everywhere. I could do this for a week. I need to take a week off of work and just burn. And just keep this bonfire going. Get a decent set of hay forks. And the backhoe was really instrumental today, though. Even without after that first hay fork broke, like at the beginning of the thing, the backhoe is still going to be the best tool to use. So, anyways. Alright, get out there, have you some man time too, guys.